In this video I'm going to talk a little bit about the manage job functionality in the TM465. So to access the manage jobs dialog, press menu and then highlight manage jobs, which is the second one down on the left hand side. It's already highlighted here. Press enter. This is the manage jobs dialog. At the top you can see a list of all the jobs you've got currently stored in the unit. Down the bottom you can see a preview of the job that's currently selected in the list. As you can see, move down through the list. The preview at the bottom changes to show the data for each job. Now there's a number of things you can do with the jobs in this dialog. To access them you press menu. The preview tool works the same way, or similarly to the way it does in the outlines, lines and markers dialogs. You can maximize the window, and you can also restore the window. And there's a couple of other options here. You can fit geometry, which is all your outlines, lines and block and markers. So there you go, the map preview zooms so I can see all of my paddocks. Or I can fit the geometry, fit the coverage, which does exactly what it says it will and fits the coverage to your screen. You can see down the bottom here. Like the outlines, lines and markers, you can also select all your jobs if you want to. This is handy if you want to delete them all, or if you want to export them all. You can also select none, or use multi-select, which allows you to toggle the selection with the F1 button. This dialog also has I'll just turn multi-select off. Also has a find tool. So if you want to find job number 7, for example, just bring up the keyboard using F2 and choose 7, and it searches and finds job 7. Escape to exit the keyboard and escape to get out of that search function. I can also resume a job. So if I select a job here, job number 5, go menu, resume, and then I can continue on with my job. Menu, stop that job again, get back into my manage dialog. From the manage jobs dialog you can also access the details for a job, and you can edit these. So if you, for example, wanted to add a client, or a driver, just use the on-screen keyboard. Again, press the F2 to open it. If you want to insert capitals, you just hit the shift button here. Once you're finished, press page down to OK and hit enter. You can also access the job geometry from the menu. So here I can see all my paddocks. If I wanted to, I could import some lines into this job. So I just highlight the lines set here, press menu, down to import from USB, press enter. I want to import some lines, so I've got a shapefile here with set 1 lines that I wish to import. So I highlight that, press page twice and hit enter on OK. I can set an attribute to come in. By default it's picked up the name one, which is the one that I want, so I just keep that there. It's picked up colors from the attribute from the shapefile, but I can also set them by hitting enter and choosing whichever color I want. So I'm going to go with black. I can also set visibility. I'll put a tick in there because I want all my lines to be visible, and select OK. So now I have imported the lines to this job, and you can see them here. See them here in the preview. And if I was to resume this job again, you can see all the lines in my paddocks here, which I've just imported. Back into manage jobs again. Next thing on the list is delete. It's a pretty simple one. Just deletes jobs out if you don't want them anymore. So here we go. Delete job 8. I just want to delete the selection, so I hit enter. It just asked me to confirm whether I do want to delete the job, and I do, so press enter. And job 8 is no longer in my jobs list. I can also create a blank job. So here you go, job 8's now been created, and it has no geometry, no details apart from the default name. And yeah, next one on the list is import. So I can import a job from USB or import a template. I can import a job here out of this file called job 6. Job 6 already exists, so I can't import it. If I rename the existing job 6, just call it number 1 instead. And import job 6. I can also import a template. If I've created one in the TM465 template builder, just go down to import USB, select template, browse to your template file, and select OK. And look at that, my template's come in.